Pomodoro sauce is all about the tomato. It's an homage to the tomato. It's placing the tomato up on a stage. And don't even try to make this recipe in the middle of winter or any time that's not tomato season, because the results are just not going to be what you're looking for. You really want to get the best tomatoes you can afford. I've got an heirloom tomato here, but last weekend when I made this, I used a combination of Brandywine and Beefsteak tomatoes, and it did really well. Really, I do about a tomato per person. So remember, this dish is all about the tomato. So if you don't have killer tomatoes, if you don't want to spend on killer tomatoes, do not make pasta pomodoro. Start off, you want to peel your tomatoes. Easiest way to do that is to boil a pot of water and throw your tomatoes in for about 10-15 seconds. Take the tomatoes out, run them under cold water so you don't burn your hands, and then just rub the peels off. And that's a really nice, easy way to peel a tomato. Have the tomatoes, core the tomatoes, and then what you want to do is in another pan, get some olive oil going, medium heat, get some pepper, red and black in there. Not too much red pepper, because if you get this too spicy, you can't go back on the spice. So just a little bit of red pepper. Get your olive oil hot, throw the tomatoes in, and I usually let them go for about a minute or two just so they get nice and soft. And then you can take a spoon, or I like to take a potato masher. You're trying to make a puree. You don't have to try to get it too good though. It's not really that important that the puree is really fine at this point, because you're going to cook the tomatoes down for about 20 to 30 minutes on a simmer. In the meantime, get another pot of water boiling and cook some spaghetti. Stop the spaghetti cooking about a minute before it's done, because the spaghetti is going to actually finish cooking in with the pomodoro sauce, and that makes it really nice because the pomodoro sauce kind of infuses a little bit into the pasta. Drain your pasta. I like to add it in stages because there's nothing worse than having too much pasta in too little sauce. So I don't just dump it all in. I like to add it little by little until I know that I've got the right amount in there. And then 2 to 3 minutes with the pasta in the pomodoro sauce, depending on whether you undercooked or overcooked the pasta. If you overcook the pasta, a little less. If you undercook the pasta, maybe a little bit more. Now you come in with your finishers. Butter, Parmesan cheese, and herbs. For herbs, basil, always fresh basil, thyme, fresh preferred, or oregano. Oregano can be dried, but fresh preferred. You want to do those off heat. You want to throw the butter in first, about a tablespoon, about an equal amount of grated Parmesan, and then your herbs finally at the end. Stir that all up. If you stir it up, you get some nice aeration. Now you're ready to plate. The most important thing, though, do not skip this, is warm your plates. So we got to back up a little bit here. While you're cooking your pasta, get your oven at about 200 and warm those plates. If you serve pasta pomodoro on cold plates, it ruins it. You might as well open a jar of Prego. Warm plates, go on with your pasta pomodoro. Enjoy.